Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing another figure review, and today's review is going to be on the Mcfarlane Toys New 52 Superman. Now, I got this figure loose off of eBay, so unfortunately he didn't come with the trading card, but the seller was kind enough to include the figure stand with the figure. But I gotta say, this figure, it's causing mixed reviews online within collectors, whether they love it or they hate it or they're in between about it. But honestly, I like it. I mean, I love the new 52 Superman. I think it's a really cool look and interpretation of Superman. This younger Superman with this cool suit. I love the way the suit looks too, by the way. And I know that the biggest problem people have with the figure is that the suit isn't translated well and the cape's all wonky and whatnot. But like I said, I really love the new 52 Superman. It's one of my favorite versions of Superman, and I think that this figure is really cool, despite its flaws. So let's go ahead and take a close look at the face. I think it's a pretty nice interpretation of a younger Clark Kent. It looks like him. Got very nice paint work. Got the nice signature Superman. Well, I mean, there's not really a signature Superman hair curl, unless you count that little bit of hair right there. The hair on this version of Superman is more swept to the side, instead of having some spiked up hair with a curl, like some of the other interpretations of Superman are. But still, it's very nice head sculpt, nice hair. The logo on the figure looks really nice as well. Although, I know that I have seen a lot of people on YouTube talk about the fact that the logo, the one time that it's not actually like a shield and it's just painted on, is the one time it should have been a shield, because the new 52 Superman's outfit is not a homemade suit from his mother. It's Kryptonian armor. And while I agree that it should have been a shield, honestly, it doesn't bother me that it's painted. It looks fine. And coming down to the belt down here, very nicely done on the belt. This rubber trunks piece right here, which isn't really supposed to look like trunks, I don't think, considering the fact this is supposed to be Kryptonian armor, but I don't know, it sort of comes off its trunks. But anyways, we move on down to the figure. Very nice sculpting on the legs and the boots. Now, the boots is one thing that this figure actually does have that looks accurate, in my opinion at least. The boots look like the new 52 boots, so that's at least one thing they sculpted right on this figure that I know a lot of collectors at least feel happy about, compared to the other parts of the figure which aren't sculpted that well. Like, for instance, the figure, okay, so the figure's biggest problem is that it has no line work. The new 52 Superman is known for having these lines all over the costume, and yeah, they're nowhere to be seen. And also, another thing that upset people was the new 52 suit has these points which come down right here on the suit and at the hand right there, but unfortunately they're just painted on. And if you move the hand, yeah, that does look a bit weird. How there's just this blue and red point on his hand. But you know what? It doesn't bother me that badly. I still really like this figure, like I said. Turning him around, the cape's nice. I mean, it sucks it's not a wired cape. And also, considering the fact that it's not a wired cape, it sits kind of weirdly on Superman. It kind of gives him a Dracula look with the way that the cape pounces out like that. But you know what? It looks fine. Especially the nice logo on the back. The logo looks really good. Also, the cape is really secure, too. I've noticed with a lot of the Mcfarlane Superman figures that the cape sort of looks like it could come loose if you play with it a little bit too much, but this cape is nicely secured within the neck. Oh, and another problem real quick, too, that people have with this figure is, it's the collar, too. They wish that the collar wasn't just a painted-on piece, but you know what? It is what it is. I still really like this figure. Now, in terms of articulation, he has a ball joint in his head, so you can turn the head all the way around. That one's a little stiff, but he can look up a great amount, which is always something nice that you're going to want for a figure that flies, especially a Superman figure. He can look down very far as well, which is always great for figure photography and for posing. He can also turn his head to the side like that, and like that. So if you wanted to have Superman kind of questioning what's going on or what's happening right there, you could do it. The arms go around full 360. Very, very nice and tight crunch right there in the forearm. And speaking of the forearm also, I mean, a very nice crunch in the elbow. The forearm also twists itself, so you can have his arm go in and out like that. And the arm is on a very nice rotator cuff, a very, very smooth rotator cuff, so you won't have any problems pulling the arm out and posing it. That's a very smooth joint. And the arms, and the hands I mean, they are also very nice and smooth as well. You can pose them up and down, and they can go all the way around like that. Same thing with this arm, all the way around. Very nice crunch. Arm comes out like that. Both arms do. You get a nice T-pose. The hands go all the way around like that. Coming down, his legs do come out like this, so if you wanted to, you could have Superman sit down, but that looks a little awkward, especially with the way that the trunk's right up in the back and in the front. Very nice knees. He's got double jointed knees coming out like that. And then when it comes down, the boots have no articulation in them, just like all Mcfarlane Supermen, but the feet do. So you can turn the feet all the way around, move them up and down, and then of course the classic Mcfarlane toe articulation on both feet. Feet go all the way around, up and down, and then of course toe articulation. So overall, this is a very cool figure. I know a lot of people say there's problems with it, and I agree, it does have a few faults, but, oh, and I completely forgot to show the, how could I forget? I completely forgot to show the torso articulation. He can look back that far, hunch back that far right there, which is very good, again, for a flying figure, a Superman especially. And you combine that with the head looking up, you get a very nice flying pose going on. But he can't really crunch forward too good, which is common with all Mcfarlane figures, pretty much. But yeah, overall, this is a really nice figure. I know it's got faults, but frankly, I don't care. It's New 52 Superman, and New 52 Superman is awesome in my opinion. And real quick, let's go ahead and bring in the last Superman figure I looked at, which was the Our Worlds at War Superman. Just for a little size comparison there, you can see the two standing together. You got the Ed McGuinness Superman and the... Well, there's been a few different people to draw the New 52 Superman, so I'll just say the Jim Lee. Yeah, Jim Lee. We'll say Jim Lee. Okay. But yeah, there they are together. And real quick, here's just a look again at the figure stand. Just a black Mcfarlane stand with DC on it and the peg right there. But yeah, this was my review on the New 52 Superman, and thanks for watching.